Here is the truth that almost nobody wants to say out loud. When you find yourself completely unable to stop thinking about a specific guy, something is already happening to him on the other side as well. I do not mean this in some magical or totally made up way. I am talking about real things, actual energy, and the genuine emotional pull between two individuals that nobody can truly explain, but everyone has felt at least once. Before you assume I am just saying this to make you feel better, please stop for a second. What I am about to share with you is not about simple hopes or random daydreams. It is about what is genuinely going on when someone refuses to leave your thoughts. And trust me, he is feeling it too. Much more than you think. You know exactly what kind of feeling I am talking about here. He suddenly shows up in your head when you are eating breakfast in the morning. You see something funny during the day and immediately think about how he would love it. You hear a familiar song on the radio and there he is again, completely taking over your thoughts. You try your best to focus on your work, on your friends, or on anything else around you, but he just keeps coming back. It really bugs you because you do not even want to think about him this much, yet you simply cannot help it. If you believe in the power of real energy between two people, hit like so more people can find this. And here is the part that makes the whole situation feel even worse. You start asking yourself if you are losing your mind or just being crazy. You wonder if he ever thinks about you at all, or if he is just living his normal life while you are stuck on him. Let me tell you something important right now. You are not crazy, you are not weird, and there is a very high chance that what you are feeling, he is feeling too. Because when two people share a real connection, it never just goes one way. That is simply not how human connections work, and it never will be. When someone constantly occupies your mind, it may feel like more than simple overthinking. It can seem as though something meaningful is happening beneath the surface, leaving you searching for answers. Stay with this message as we explore why you cannot stop thinking about him and what those feelings might mean for both of you. Before pushing these thoughts away again, pause for a moment. You may already feel that this connection is important. Many believe that when you think about someone deeply, they begin to sense your presence in ways they cannot explain. You may have experienced moments when someone crossed your mind and unexpectedly reached out soon after, making the timing feel more than coincidence. As your thoughts return to him, it can feel like an invisible thread keeps drawing your attention back, creating the sense of an emotional connection that distance cannot easily break. He may not consciously know you are thinking about him, yet it can seem as though something inside him shifts. He might suddenly check his phone, wonder how you are doing, or feel an unexpected urge to reach out without understanding why. Whether or not he acts on those feelings, the sense of connection can remain strong, as though your presence is quietly echoing in his heart. Comment pull if you've ever felt this exact invisible string drawing someone back to you. Your presence is actively staying there with him even when you are completely apart from each other. That is not a small thing. That is something very real and powerful. Think about it like this for a moment. You know how sometimes you just feel down or off and you cannot explain the reason why? Or maybe you suddenly feel incredibly good and happy for no clear reason at all. That happens because you are constantly picking up on the energy around you from other people, their thoughts, and the deep connections you share with them. Many people believe that when someone occupies your thoughts so deeply, that connection becomes difficult for them to ignore. Even if they try to distract themselves, it can feel as though they still sense your presence in their own way. If you have ever believed you were the only one carrying this connection, you may feel differently now. They may be experiencing it too, even if they express it differently. As your thoughts keep returning to them, it can seem as though they begin thinking about you more often as well. They may replay old conversations, revisit messages or memories, and wonder what you are doing or whether you still think about them. Even during busy moments, your memory can suddenly cross their mind, causing them to pause and remember the time you shared together. It can feel as though the connection keeps drawing both of your thoughts back to each other. Sometimes they may even catch themselves smiling without knowing why, because certain memories return so naturally. Rather than disappearing, those shared moments continue to influence how they see the people around them. And they may find themselves comparing others to you without meaning to. Whether they try to resist those thoughts or not, your memory keeps finding its way back into their heart, quietly reminding them of the bond you once shared. He might go out on a casual date with someone else and instantly think to himself that she is nice, but she is simply not you. He might be talking to a close friend and suddenly recall something you said that was much funnier, smarter, or just different from everyone else. You become this special person in his head that other people simply cannot compete with anymore. This happens because you are no longer just a distant memory to him. You have become a real feeling. You are this whole presence that he keeps returning to day after day. Once you occupy that specific spot in someone's mind, it becomes incredibly difficult for anyone else to take your place. So if you are currently wondering whether he ever thinks about you, the clear answer is yes. He thinks about you way more than you realize, especially if you find yourself unable to stop thinking about him. It is not just quick passing thoughts either. It involves deep, meaningful ones. It is the exact kind of thinking where he really pauses his day and wonders deeply about you. His overall mood even begins to change when you are on his mind. Here is a detail that most people fail to notice in these situations. When you are thinking about someone all the time, their mood starts to shift along with your thoughts. When you are constantly on his mind because of the silent energy you are sending out, his mood changes as well. He might suddenly feel much happier out of nowhere for no obvious reason. Or he might experience a strange restlessness, feeling as though something important is missing from his day. He might feel far more emotional than usual, more thoughtful, or highly distracted without ever knowing why. Have you ever noticed how your own mood completely changes the moment you start thinking about him? Maybe you suddenly smile, or maybe you feel a bit sad and longing. Perhaps you feel excited, nervous, or even a little bit confused by the intensity. Whatever it is, simply thinking about them does something powerful to how you feel inside. Well, the exact same thing is happening to him on his end. When your energy keeps reaching him and thoughts of you keep popping up in his head, his feelings start to move around. He might feel incredibly good one second and then feel this intense pull toward you the very next second. He might feel motivated to do things, or he might feel completely stuck in place. Either way, he is definitely feeling something strong, and that feeling is directly connected to you. People do not truly realize how much our private thoughts about others can affect them. We often assume our thoughts stay locked inside our own heads, but they really do not. They travel across distances, they land on the other person, and they create emotional ripples. Type yes if you want me to break down exactly how he compares you to everyone else. When someone thinks about you as much as you are thinking about them, those tiny ripples eventually turn into massive waves. So if he has been acting a bit different lately, or if he seems distant or more emotional, there is a very good chance it is because you are on his mind. Your constant thoughts about him are stirring something deep up inside him, and he is trying his best to figure out what it means. He might get very quiet sometimes, completely lost in his own thoughts. Or he might become talkative to distract himself. He might seem far more sensitive to things around him. Or he might act like he is somewhere else entirely, even when he is standing right in front of people. His close friends might even notice the change and ask him what is going on with him lately. He might not have a clear answer for them because he does not fully understand it himself. All he truly knows is that something feels entirely different. And that different something is your presence living in his thoughts much more than it ever used to. He also starts noticing random things that remind him of you. When you cannot stop thinking about someone, absolutely everything around you starts reminding you of them, right? A specific song, a certain place, a familiar smell, an inside joke, or something completely random makes you pause and think about how he would love it. Well, guess what? The exact same process is happening to him right now. When you are always on his mind, his brain automatically starts connecting everything in his environment back to you. Things that never reminded him of you before suddenly bring your face to his mind. It starts to feel like you are everywhere he looks, even when you are nowhere near him. He might hear a song you used to listen to together, and boom, there you are in his head instantly. He might see a stranger wearing something similar to what you wear, and he immediately thinks of you. He might eat a certain food and remember that one specific time you tried it together. He might drive past a place you used to go to and you instantly pop up in his thoughts. His brain is actively looking for you now. He is not doing this on purpose, but because you have been on his mind so much, his subconscious has started filing everything under things connected to you. Once that mental process starts, it becomes almost impossible to stop. This is exactly why people say you start seeing signs everywhere you go. It is not that the universe is trying to tell you something magical. It is simply that your mind and his mind are so deeply focused on each other that everything becomes a reminder. Everything links back to the connection. When he keeps seeing things that remind him of you, it naturally makes him think about you even harder. It becomes a continuous loop where you think about him, he feels it, and he starts thinking about you. Then he sees something random that reminds him of you, and he thinks about you even more intensely over and over again. So if you feel like everything in your day reminds you of him, trust me, he is going through the exact same thing with you. He will be watching a movie and a character will do something that reminds him of your personality. He may see something you love at the store, hear a joke that reminds him of you, or notice small moments that instantly bring you to mind. When someone becomes part of how you see the world, those reminders do not simply disappear. It can feel as though your memory quietly follows them through everyday life, making your presence impossible to forget. They may feel a strong urge to reach out, but struggle to know where to begin. That desire to reconnect can become stronger than they expected. They may pick up their phone, type a message, then delete it, or revisit old conversations looking for the right reason to start again. They might check your social media, wonder how you are doing, and question whether you would even want to hear from them. Share this video right now with a friend who needs to stop overthinking and trust her value. Fear of saying the wrong thing often keeps them silent, even when they want to break the distance. The longer they hesitate, the more they think about reaching out. They may imagine conversations in their mind, rehearse every word, and wonder whether you have already moved on. Sometimes that is why a simple message, a meme, or a casual hello finally appears. It is the result of countless moments spent building the courage to speak. Even if they have not contacted you yet, it does not always mean you have left their thoughts. They may simply be searching for the right moment and the right words. Either way, the invisible pull is definitely there. So if you are currently waiting for him to text you, just know that he has probably thought about doing it way more times than you could ever imagine. He is just feeling scared, confused, or caught up in overthinking. But the connection remains strong. You helped create it with all those thoughts you have been having about him, and he feels that weight every single day. His overall energy feels completely scattered and distracted because of it. When you think about someone without stopping, it takes up a massive amount of your mental real estate, right? You are sitting at work, but your mind is thinking about him. You are out with your friends, but your thoughts constantly drift back to his face. You are trying your best to focus on a task, but he keeps sneaking back into your head. It can be incredibly exhausting. Well, the exact same thing is happening to him on his side when your energy keeps hitting him. When he keeps thinking about you because of that internal pull, his daily focus gets completely scattered. He is not as sharp or productive as he usually is. He finds himself distracted, he zones out more during conversations, and he forgets little things. His mind is simply somewhere else, and that somewhere else is with you. The people around him might even start to notice the change. They might ask if he is okay, or note that he seems completely off and ask what is on his mind. He might not even know how to answer them because he does not fully understand why he feels so mentally scattered. But you are the true reason behind it. Your constant thoughts about him are creating this background noise in his mind that he simply cannot turn off. It is like a catchy song stuck in his head, except that song is completely about you. No matter what he does throughout the day, he cannot seem to shake it off. This is actually a major sign that what exists between you two is completely real. If it was absolutely nothing, he would not be feeling this way at all. He would just move on with his daily life and forget about you without a second thought. But he cannot do that because you are firmly planted in his head now, and that is not an easy thing to undo. So if he seems a bit different, or if he acts like he is not all there, it is probably because he is dealing with the exact same struggle you are. It is a mind that refuses to stop going back to one specific person. It is a focus that keeps breaking because someone else keeps showing up in his thoughts, and that person is you. He might make silly mistakes at work that he does not usually make, or he might forget plans he made with his friends. He might stare off into space more often, or fail to be present in his conversations. All of it ties right back to you being on his mind so much that he cannot fully concentrate on anything else. The more scattered he feels, the more he is going to wonder why it is happening. If this description perfectly matches what you're experiencing right now, comment real below. When he wonders why he is so distracted, his mind is always going to land right back on you because you are the thing that is different. You are the element that changed his routine, and you are the reason his brain isn't working the way it normally does. Once he realizes that truth, it makes him think about you even more intensely. He is starting to deeply question what you truly mean to him now. This is the final point, and it is a very big one. When someone is on your mind all the time and that energy reaches them, they start asking themselves serious questions. They wonder why they keep thinking about her, what she truly means to them, and if this connection is something real. Before this happened, maybe he just saw you as a casual friend or someone he liked but did not think too deeply about. Maybe he was entirely unsure about his true feelings. But now that you won't leave his mind, he is questioning everything he thought he knew. He is asking himself if he has genuine feelings for you, if it is just simple attraction, or if it is something much deeper. He wonders why he cannot stop thinking about you and if he is supposed to do something about it. Those internal questions change the entire dynamic. Once someone starts asking themselves what you truly mean to them, they can never go back to seeing you the way they did before. You have successfully moved from the distant background of their life straight to the front row. You have gone from someone they simply knew to someone they are thinking about on a very deep level. This does not mean he is going to run to your house tomorrow and confess his undying love for you. Real life does not always work out that cleanly or quickly, but it absolutely means he is in a completely different place with you now than he was in the past. You have shifted from being just another person to being someone he is actively and seriously considering. That shift is absolutely huge because most people go through their daily lives never really thinking deeply about the people around them. But when someone forces you to think, and when someone refuses to leave your mind no matter how hard you try, you have to stop and ask yourself why. You have to try to figure out what is truly going on beneath the surface. That is exactly what is happening to him at this very moment. He is trying to figure out what you mean to him. He is trying his best to understand these new feelings and make sense of why you have taken up so much space in his thoughts. Whether he admits it out loud or not, and whether he chooses to act on it or not, you have already changed something fundamental inside him. You have already made him question his reality, and that is incredibly powerful. Questions naturally lead to answers, and answers eventually lead to real action over time. It just takes a little bit of patience. He might even bring you up when talking to his friends, not in an obvious way, but just mentioning your name or something you did. He might ask them what they think about you or if they think you like him. That is his way of trying to work through his emotions by getting some outside input from people he trusts. He might also choose to pull back for a little while, not because he does not care about you, but because he needs time to process everything. When people start questioning their true feelings, they often need some quiet space to think things through. So if he seems a bit distant right now, it might actually mean he is thinking about you more than ever, not less. He is just processing the intensity of the connection. So, what does all of this ultimately mean for you? Now you know that when you cannot stop thinking about a guy, he is absolutely feeling that exact same pull on his end. He is thinking about you more. His daily mood is shifting. Random things are reminding him of you, and he is feeling an urge to reach out. He is distracted, and he is starting to question what you truly mean to him. But here is the most important thing you need to understand about this situation. Just because all of this is happening does not mean it is going to turn into exactly what you want right away. Life can be very messy. People are complicated, and timing matters a lot. Fear, his past experiences, and 100 other things that have nothing to do with you can get in the way. But what you can know for absolute sure is that you are not alone in what you are feeling. He is on this exact same emotional ride with you. Maybe he does not show it outwardly. Maybe he is not ready to say it out loud. And maybe he does not even fully understand it yet. But it is definitely there. It is real. And it is affecting him just like it is affecting you. Type focus if you know your background energy is the exact reason he feels completely scattered right now. So what should you actually do with all of this information moving forward? First of all, you need to stop beating yourself up for thinking about him so much. It is not a sign of weakness, and it does not mean you are being crazy or obsessed. It is simply what naturally happens when there is a genuine connection between two people. Your thoughts are completely normal, and they are doing much more work than you think. Second, you need to deeply trust what you are feeling inside. If your gut instinct is telling you that there is something real between the two of you, there almost certainly is. Do not let fear, doubt, or excessive overthinking talk you out of what you know to be true deep down. Your inner instincts are simply picking up on a very real energy. Third, You need to give the whole situation some time to unfold naturally. Just because he is feeling all of these things does not mean he is fully ready to act on them today. People often move at very different speeds when it comes to romance. Some individuals need much more time to figure out their complex emotions, while others need to work through their own personal issues first. That is completely okay, and it does not mean what is between you is not real. It just means the situation is not fully ready to blossom yet. Fourth, you must absolutely keep living your own life to the fullest. Do not put your goals on hold waiting for him to figure things out. Do not stop growing, meeting new people, or doing the things that bring you joy. The more you focus on your own personal life and happiness, the stronger and more attractive your personal energy becomes. The stronger your energy gets, the more intensely he is going to feel that pull on his end. The more he feels it, the more likely he is to finally step up and do something about it. You truly have far more power in this situation than you think. Your private thoughts matter. Your personal energy matters. And right now, you are already deeply affecting him. You are already inside his head, and you are already shifting things beneath the surface. So stop constantly wondering if he ever thinks about you, because he does it way more than you realize. The fact that you cannot stop thinking about him is not happening for no reason at all. That is a real sign that something significant is going on between you two. Type trust if you are ready to pause, take a deep breath, and let the natural process unfold exactly as it should. Whether it takes a week, a month, or even longer, that hidden connection is going to come to the surface eventually. Just trust the natural process, trust yourself, and trust that what you are feeling is completely real, because it is. So is what he is experiencing, even if he has not found the courage to say it out loud to you yet. You are not crazy, you are not imagining things, and you are definitely not alone in this experience. He is right there with you, feeling the exact same pull, fighting the same thoughts, and trying to figure out what it all means for the future. When he finally understands it, you will know immediately, because everything you have been feeling has been leading somewhere meaningful. That destination is going to make perfect sense to both of you very soon. So just breathe, be patient, and keep being your wonderful self. The person he cannot stop thinking about is you, and that is not going to change anytime soon. This entire experience is real. What you feel is real. And what is happening to him because of it is completely real too. Trust it with all your heart. Trust yourself. And most importantly, trust that if it is truly meant to happen, it will happen at the exact right time. You have got this, and he has got this too. You are both just figuring out this deep connection together, even when you are completely apart from each other. Like, comment which of the 7 shifts resonated with you the most, and subscribe to Trust the Process Together.